Hello lovely people, welcome to the Geek Cupboard. I am Penge and welcome back to Crusader Kings 3, where we rejoin Duke T of Cupboard, and Duke T is probably feeling very, very happy with himself right now. In fact, I go so far as to say he's probably feeling a little bit smug as well, because of course last time out we saw him go head to head in battle with none other than our old enemy Duke Lewithian, who has been a bit of a thorn in the side of the Cupboard dynasty for many, many years, and a couple of generations too, because of course Waltheof never really liked Duke Lewithian. So it was a wonderful, wonderful moment when Duke T emerged victorious in that particular war. And now, of course, we have ourselves another duchy under our control, which is wonderful. So there it is, formerly the Duchy of Brainiac, but because we are Anglo-Saxon, we have now changed the name back to an Anglo-Saxon name. So it's gone back to the more familiar sounding Duchy of Northumbria. And if you zoom out, it looks wonderful. And a few people in the comments have pointed something out, which is very, very wonderful indeed, that we now have North Cupboardshire and South Cupboardshire, which I do quite like. I like the idea of North and South Cupboardshire. But yes, we've now got our two duchies under our control, which is wonderful indeed. It was a very hard fought war. It was a very, very tricky conflict. I thought it was going to be easier than it actually turned out to be. And we did have to make use of the mercenaries. We had to spend a little bit of our money, and by which I mean quite a lot of our money, to get quite a few mercenaries in to help us out, because yeah, things didn't go entirely according to plan, but because we have a relatively strong economy, because we've got quite a lot of sort of, money gathering buildings, we actually earn quite a lot of money, so we were able to go forth and get those mercenaries. That's what they're there for. They're there to be hired. We paid them the money. They came to fight for us. So it was all very, very wonderful indeed. We outmaneuvered and outwitted Duke Lewithian, and we have ourselves our second duchy, which is just wonderful. So well done, T. Well done, T. Do you know what? Yes, you can be a bit smug. You've absolutely earned it. However, I don't think that's the only thing that Duke T has earned. I think Duke T has earned the right to be immortalised forever in the name of a duchy, because he worked really hard to get this. He worked very hard to get control of the Duchy of Northumbria. It was his father's claim. His father probably told him about it many, many years ago. And, it's come down to him, and it's been a burden on him. It's been weighing down on his shoulders for an awfully long time to go forth and claim the things that your father was actually rightfully allowed to go and hold. And he's finally done it. It was a wonderful military battle. I mean, for a man who isn't really the most, fighty of people, what's his marshal? He's got a marshal of 6. I mean, he just about knows which way up to hold a sword. I think that's about the limit of his kind of military ability. But he managed to outwit his enemy and he claimed this place as his own. So I think we should immortalise you forever. I think we should make sure that the name T is never forgotten. So I decree that from this day on, the Duchy of Northumbria shall be renamed the Duchy of T. And doesn't that look glorious up there in the north of England? The Duchy of T. I mean, I'm a bit jealous I don't live there. I'd love to live in the Duchy of T, but there we go. We've renamed it in your honour, T, because you have done so very well in claiming that for the Cupboard dynasty. But of course, it's not as simple as going, hooray, we've got ourselves a second duchy, it's going to be with us forever and ever, isn't that tremendous? Because we know that's not the case. We know that isn't how it works. So we have succession laws. So when T dies, and it'll be a sad, sad day, it'll be a terrible time, and we shall mourn you, T, and we shall drink many cups of tea in your name. But when you do die, all of your titles are going to be passed down via the partition succession law that we have right now. All titles will be divided equally between the children. And we've got ourselves 4 boys, because we have a male preference. So we've got 4 boys to split our titles between, which means that the person who we're going to be playing as, Ethelwyd, doesn't end up with very much. We have ourselves quite a few titles, but Ethelwyd is only going to get 3. He's going to get the Duchy of Cupboard, so he'll still be a duke, which is nice. He's going to get the Earldom of Northamptonshire, which is a good one, and the Earldom of Nottinghamshire as well. So that's okay, but that's only 3 titles. Sieghelm takes the Duchy of T, and also the Earldom of Cumberland up there, and Waltheof gets the Earldom of Warwickshire, and Biscuit gets the Earldom of Leicestershire. So really, when we take over as Ethelwyd, we're not going to be overly powerful. We're not going to have much under our control. And T was well aware of this. T was a very clever, learned man. He knew that this was the case. So he set about to try and sort out this problem by learning heraldry. And he put his great big brainy brain to work, and he made sure that heraldry was something that he focused on, and he got unlocked. So now we have the secrets of heraldry revealed to us, which means we can enact the High Partition law, which means that the lion's share of titles go to the player heir. Now, it doesn't exactly say what the lion's share of titles is. There's no sort of definite kind of, clear definition of what a lion's share is, but the player heir will get more titles. I don't exactly know how it's calculated, but the player heir gets more stuff, which is precisely what we want to do. So let's have a look at changing that over then. So if we go into here, yeah, there we go. High Partition. Right, we have some problems with this. You do not have limited crown authority. Okay, we can change that. That's not a problem. You have one or more powerful vassals who have a negative opinion of you and are blocking all succession law changes. Oh, okay, that could be a problem. That could be a problem. We need to get this done sooner rather than later because T's not getting any younger. He's not a young man anymore. And there could be problems with his health. He's a bit obese. He's a little bit on the overweight side. So, he's not going to be around forever. So we need to get this sorted. Okay, well, job number 1. Can we get limited crown authority? We can do that right there. That's not difficult. I don't think people are particularly bothered by it. So, okay, 136 prestige. We've got absolutely loads. So change that round. Okay, so nothing really sort of happens from that too much. And then if we go to High Partition again, yeah, so who is now opposing us? Right, okay, it's upset them a little bit. So Countess Eleonore of Northumberland and Prince Bishop Peter of Durham. Okay. So you don't like us. You want a seat on the council. Oh, you both want seats on the council. Oh, okay. I mean, how good are you two then? Yeah, you're not brilliant. And you're worse. Oh dear. Right. How are we going to do this? How are we going to make them like us a bit so we can enact our High Partition succession law change? Okay, so the bishop guy, we can give him 100 lovely bits of gold and he will get 25 opinion of us. It doesn't exactly bring him up to the positive, but it almost does. It's not too far off. And hopefully some of those negatives will decrease over time. So that should sort him out. We've got 195 gold. So okay, we'll send you a lovely gift of gold. I hope you enjoy it. However, the other person is going to be a little bit trickier. So where is she? You there. You're going to be a bit of a pain. You're going to be a bit of a pain to try and sway. How much money do you want? We haven't got 100 gold. Oh, right. So she's going to have 100 gold for possibly the same 25 opinion, which is an amount, but it's not going to bring us anywhere near to sort of positive numbers. What we might have to do is we might have to sway you a 92% chance of success over 10 months. Oh, crikeys, that's quite a long time. Okay, let's do that then. Let's get that sway scheme started. Now, could we get our wife, and this is our new wife, because of course last time we saw the death of T's former wife. She unfortunately passed away. So now we have Duchess Svanhild, which is a great name. Duchess Svanhild is a wonderful name. Could she help? Oh, hang on, what's that? She's a lunatic. Did I marry her when she was a lunatic? I kind of wasn't aware that she was a lunatic. She's a genius, lunatic thinking person. She's a callous, stubborn, shy, insightful, genius lunatic. My goodness me, what an interesting person you must be. I would not want to sit next to you at a party, just through fear of what you might come out with. Could we switch her onto court politics? That would give us +4 diplomacy. I mean, she's not brilliant at diplomacy, but if we can get +4 diplomacy, we've got 11 right now. We've really forced our stats up. I'm very proud of you, T. If we go to that, does that affect our sort of holding numbers? No, so that gives us 15 diplomacy, but only 5 stewardship. So we are going to get a bit less gold, but that might help with the sway scheme. Does that sort of hurry things along a bit? The success chance has gone up to 95%. That's probably worth doing. That is probably worth doing. And we'll just tick time on a little bit. We'll tick time on just until we get 100 gold. There we go. So we've got 100 gold. Let's then go and talk to you. Oh, that's come down to -46. Why has that come down? Because our personal diplomacy number has gone up because we're better at diplomacy. Right, and then can we give you 100 gold for 33 opinion? Okay. And it might bankrupt us a little bit, but okay, right. We have 0 money, but she now likes us a bit more. However, I do believe we have some people in prison, which is wonderful. So, okay, Earl Tostig. Let's ransom you out for 50 money. Yeah, absolutely. And Morris will get you out for 10. Might as well. And then you two. Okay, right. Let's get a weak hook on you. You're not accepting. Okay. Okay, fine. You don't want to come out then. You've been there for 4 years. I'm really sorry. I would have let you out earlier had I noticed. I do apologise. Okay. So we don't want this guy on board because he's not very good. Okay, do we just leave him there then? I don't want to chop his head off. That'll just make everyone a bit sad. And yes, we're going to gain stress. Okay, you. Do you want to leave if there's a hook on you? Okay. Well, there we go. Right, so you two should leave. We should get a nice pile of money, which is lovely. So that gets us back up to a faction has been created against us. Hang on a minute. Hang on. Who created that faction? Was it the lady I'm trying to impress? It was. It's Countess Elinenoir. Why are you being so mean? Why are you being such a nasty person to me? I just want you to like me. Please, won't you like me? I think as well we might need to go and sort the control of Cumberland out because I think it's quite low. Yeah, it's 34.9 out of 100. That is not very good at all. And something else that I think we should do, that I've put off for a little while, but I think now we should get on with it, is that I think we should get Northamptonshire back over to the Anglo-Saxon culture. Let's just have a look. I think Northamptonshire and another county have gone English, and we don't really want them to because all of our other counties and ourselves are Anglo-Saxon. So hang on a minute, where's cultures? There. So yeah, Northamptonshire and that one there. So Worcestershire are English. And, oh, okay, so up there is English, and this one here is Cumbrian, which is very intriguing. So, okay, so we've got a mix of things, but I'd rather get all of our counties Anglo-Saxon. That's kind of the way it's going. That's a good thing. Look how much Anglo-Saxon there is compared to English. And if we change that one and that one, there'll be even less English culture. So I think we should do that. And also, yeah, it means that Northamptonshire, if we look at the popular opinion, they will like us a bit more because they see us as a foreign culture right now. So we have a -5 opinion of the people in Northamptonshire. So how about as well, let's get promote culture in Northamptonshire. Yes, stop doing your increasing development in the county. You've probably done that absolutely loads as it is. In fact, you did that in Warwickshire. What is the development? 14, which is not brilliant, but it's better than it was, I think. So there we go. So hopefully that'll be sort of helping improve the development of neighbouring counties as well, which is lovely. Oh yeah, this is worth looking at. A few people in the comments pointed this out, and I hadn't seen this at all, but there is a decision to lose weight, which might be quite good, because T is obese. So maybe we can lose some weight and get this health penalty removed. You know, send him out on a jog, get some really comfortable, proper running shoes on T, and just go running around for a bit. So what happens if we lose weight? What is this? So we gain 24 stress, and we gain losing weight. So we're trying to lose weight, our stress gain goes up by 25%. So if we have a stressful event that gives us stress, we're going to get 25% more of that. However, we can do our mystical communion thing again, which is very, very good. So we gain the learning lifestyle, we gain divine guidance, which then reduces the stress gain of any stress we get by 25%. So that will just kind of cancel it out, which is quite nice. Yeah, okay, so let's do that. Let's get that done, which is lovely. And now, do we want to try and lose some weight? We'll get 24 stress, but it might actually keep us from, dying a bit earlier than we should do. And what have we got now? 131 out of 300 stress. We could do with doing some stuff that's not quite so stressy. Maybe we need to go on hunts and have feasts and things. Although is having a feast the best thing to do when you're trying to lose weight? I'm not entirely sure. I don't know. I don't know the answers anymore. Do you know what? Let's do this. Bring the scammony. I don't even know what that is, but okay, bring some of it anyway. So let's see what that does. So what does that do? Right, so divine guidance is done. And then we're losing weight. Does a story thing pop up from losing weight? Do we get a little kind of event? Or is it just a thing we're doing now? Is it in here somewhere? Exercise. Prowess +1. And we're losing weight. Okay, so I wonder what happens now then. I wonder if it just happens gradually and eventually at some point we lose weight. Okay, Countess Thingamabobs in, her, right, the lady who doesn't like us. She obliges her to more than you have collected. Okay, so her taxes to us are increased, or we get a weak hook on her. I would rather get the money from her. I'd rather get the money. Wow, all of 0.2 gold per month. That will set the treasury alight. However, we have a new perk. Now, we are in a bit of a strange situation here because we want to be on medicine focus because it gives us a small health boost to obviously offset all of the bad health stuff we've got going on. But we are kind of running out of learning lifestyle perks to take. We've already completed 2 trees. I suppose we could complete a 3rd tree. So because we're getting perks, we can only choose this. We can only have faithful. However, clergy opinion up by 10 might be no bad thing. Hang on, where's the bishop guy that didn't like us? He is now on +20. That's quite good. So we've kind of got him on our side. Now it's just Countess, what's her name, just there, Countess Eleanor, who, yeah, really doesn't like us. She really, really doesn't like us. Oh no, -15 from high taxes. Oh, that was a bad decision then. Okay. Yeah, that was a terrible decision. Right, you are. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Do you want the money back? Just like us a bit more. I think it's well, we've got a bit of money. Let's go and call a hunt. We'll lose 41 stress, which will not get us below the kind of stress level threshold to go back to stress level 0, but it will move us down a considerable amount. So, okay, and it's only 67 gold. So, yeah, okay, let's see what happens with that. Look at that. That's come down an awful lot. Oh, our brother. Oh, no. Oh, no. Did we just... I think we might have just killed Earl Goodhat. We might have just killed our brother in a hunting accident. Oh, no. Oh, no. He gained 24 stress. We've just undone loads of stress and we just got it back because we killed our own brother. Oh. Oh, Goodhat. Oh, you were really good as well. Oh, you were brilliant, Goodhat. Oh, you were a fantastic diplomat. Oh, Goodhat. I'm very, very sad. Died in a hunting accident on the 3rd of December, 1133. Okay, that did not go entirely according to plan. I mean, that's me assuming that it was on our hunt. Nothing has come up. Nothing has popped up telling us that this is the case. Oh dear. That is a bit of a disaster. Hang on a minute. Hang on. We have no Chancellor. Who can we put in as a Chancellor? Oh, all of our people are absolutely terrible. Who have we got that would like to be on the council? You feel like you should. You're okay at intrigue, but we've got someone who's quite good at intrigue. Where's Lady what's her name? Oh, you're just terrible. We're not going to have you. I'm really sorry. Oh, now you're on -40. You're -44. It's just going up and up. How about we just... Yeah, you're... Oh, no, Biscuit. We could put Biscuit on. Hang on, Biscuit's a knight. No, Biscuit. That's not how it works around here. You don't go and be a knight because that means you're going to get yourself killed, Biscuit. Let's assign you to be a Chancellor. Oh, it's not very good at all, is it? It's not very good at all. And we've had no story things for the hunt pop up. There we go. Rampaging boar. I assume that that Goodhat just died in another completely separate hunt. I don't think that's anything to do with us. Okay, just as my vassal Reeve born red and I crest a hill, we hear it. The snapping of twigs, the rustle of branches, birds screaming in fright, they are heralds announcing its arrival. A massive boar heading straight for us. Its path ends here with me, and there's a slightly ominous skull just there. Oh, okay, 63% we slay the beast. We get a hunting trophy for 10 years. 27% we get injured. 9% chance that we get horribly murdered to death by a massive boar. Or we could spend 150 of our prestige and just chuck this guy in front of the boar while we just run away somewhere. Do you know what? Let's do that. Let's do that, shall we? You're a knight. You're one of our knights. You should be defending your liege. Absolutely. I'm not gonna take a 9% risk that we might die, because that's a bit sad. So let's do that. Right, he's got a favour hook on us, and I imagine we're still alive. Okay, the hunt is finished. We return from the wild. Everything that could go wrong seemed to do so, but there were silver linings to be found. We return home in disappointment. Okay, so the hunt ends. We get 150 prestige. Yeah, that wasn't really very successful, was it? We were supposed to do that to reduce our stress, and we reduced it, and then it immediately went back up again. Okay. So now we get... it's a kind of sway challenge thing. I finished reading the latest letter from my vassal Countess Eleanor. We'll just call her Eleanor. I don't know how you say that name. So Countess Eleanor, and smile. She seems to have warmed to me at last. While this is a success, I am tempted to use this opportunity to try and get even closer. Okay, time to put my diplomatic skills to the test, or this victory is enough. So she's already gained 30 opinion of us. Has she? It's on -3. It's on -3. Oh, it's so close. We could do this. So she appreciates the effort. 76% chance that she likes what we try. And then she gets a further 20 opinion. Or there's a 24% chance that we just insult her and then she doesn't like us that much anymore. I think we have to take the chance. 76% chance. Come on, let's do it. Right, okay, pause time a second, everybody, pause time. I think we can change this now. I think... who are you? Why do you not like us? Oh no, because Good Hat was one of our other powerful vassals and now he's dead. Someone else has taken over, which means that you don't like him. You're Good Hat's son. You're Good Hat's son. You're Good Hat's very sneaky, stabby, murdery, sinistery son. Oh, okay. And you do not like us very much. Okay, yeah, you're a title claimant, but more importantly, you want a seat on the council. Oh no, now we've got to go and sway you. Hang on, we'll sway you. 94% chance. Right, okay, let's go and try and sway my own nephew to make him like me. Also, there's this chap hanging around in our court, this with gills chappy here, who's really good. He's got a prowess of 21, and he's a novice hunter, and he's also robust. Can we get you in? Can we recruit you to the court and turn you into a knight? 70 money, 101, it's quite expensive, but you're very good. You've got a prowess of 21. I imagine with that you will go straight into being a knight. Yeah, you're our top knight. You are the bestest of all the knights we have. In fact, our knights are not too bad. Reeve Bjornred has become your steward. He cannot be fired for 25 years. Okay. How has that happened? Why has this situation just come about? Okay, hang on. What? That chappie has become our steward and we can't get rid of him for 25 years. He's got a stewardship of 6. Why are you suddenly our steward? Right, I don't know what happened there. Did he use a hook on us or something and he's just employed himself into that job? I'm very confused. Or did the previous occupant die and I was completely unaware? Why are you doing that job? You're awful. You're really bad. 7 years. 7 years to make the people of Northamptonshire go to Anglo-Saxon culture. That's a very, very long time. Oh, dearie me. Yeah, our council is looking a little bit flaky these days. They used to be very, very good, but now we've got these 3 here. The Chancellor, the Steward and the Bishop are all pretty rubbish. And yeah, I've got no idea why he has suddenly got that job and we can't get rid of him. I'm not entirely sure how that has come about or why that's a thing. But okay, mercenary combat, mercenary sort of contract. Oh yeah, that's fine. That can expire. Oh no, and now we're above our domain limit. Oh, yes, because he's so bad, I assume, he's so bad at doing stewarding that we cannot... Oh yeah, we can't keep our things anymore. We've not got enough stewardship to maintain control of lots of domains. Because we share the stewardship from our steward, because we get 20% of his skills, and also we've told our wife to focus on diplomacy. Right, hang on, wife of ours, go back to managed domain, let's see if that makes a difference. There we go, right, that's that sorted. The only thing is, there's now only an 86% chance of success that we sway Earl Hrodbert, so our nephew, and it's going to take a little bit longer as well. Oh, well, this is just marvellous. We have 2 bits of bad news. How splendid. So, bit of bad news number 1. A faction has been created against us by none other than our very own nephew. The Wally here, who is stopping us changing the succession laws. He has now decided that he wants to install himself on the throne of the Duchy of Cupboard. So he wants to take the Duchy of Cupboard away from us. Absolutely not. We'll absolutely have to stop that. And then it looks like as well we have some peasants. We've got a little bit of a peasant problem. We have been burdened with your oppressive laws for far too long. No more. We are done paying you taxes. Once your coffers dry up and your larders are empty, you will wish you had treated us more fairly. Okay, so this guy here, leader of a peasant revolt, I guess I could grant a tax lien. I don't know what that means, but okay. So every county in the faction. Who is in the faction? I don't know who is in the faction exactly. I'm not entirely sure. The control level of those counties goes down by 15. They get increased autonomy. So control growth goes down by 50. So they will be slightly less controlled counties. But popular opinion goes up because we've been nice to them. Or we could say, no, the peasant rabble starts a war and the county level changes by -25 and it spawns an army of peasant rebels proportional to the county's levies. I think we can muster up 5,500 people and we're not going to have to travel too far. I think this time round, let's crush them in a war. Control will come down a little bit. We'll have to try and sort that out. But okay, let's do this. Yes, the peasant rabble are going to start a bit of a fight. And is that it? Is that the peasant rabble? I was expecting things to appear all over the place. I was expecting loads of sort of, peasants to rise up in all sorts of extra places. But no, it's just here, is it? Okay, well, let's position our troops in... where should we start? Where should we go and defeat the peasants from? Birmingham or Coventry? Oh, let's go to Coventry. Why not? Okay, well, let's raise some armies. Yep, there they are. It takes a little while to get everyone together these days. And then we'll just walk them in. And I imagine this is going to be quite one-sided. I mean, they're peasants, and we've got lots of people. However, their guy is very good. We have just crushed them. To the false team, are your humours rotting your living body? Bibbly bobbly boo. Yeah, okay, fine. So, every county in the faction gains locals pacified. Popular opinion up by 20. So be it. Splendid. Okay, so were you the only ones in it? So popular opinion is now +5. Hooray! Okay. And then do we have somebody in the dungeon? We've got that guy there who just seems to like it in the dungeon. Do you want to come out yet? Nope. Okay. you just stay there then. That's fine. And yeah, this guy here, you decided that you were going to try and declare war on us. You led a bit of a peasant revolt. I believe that was you. We can ransom you out for a weak hook. We can get a weak hook. Or we can behead you. And we don't get any penalties for it. Because he revolted against me. He is a criminal. He is a known criminal who revolted against his liege to try and, change things. He led some peasants against us. So we could in theory chop his head off. I don't think that's the T way. I don't see T being that way. He's more of a sort of, not vindictive. He's more of a learned man. He's more of a learned kind of clever chap. So I don't see T doing that. Do you know what? I mean, let's get a hook on him. Let's just get a hook on him. And we'll just do that. There you go. We've got a hook on you. It's fine. Don't do it again, however, or we might have to chop your head off. A troubling translation. As I step over the threshold to my court physician Elfstan's office, I find him bent deeply over a book. The translation of Herophilus, possibly might be how you pronounce that, is atrocious, he says with a sigh. If I were to follow these instructions, I am as likely to cure my patient as I am to kill them. Okay, have we seen something similar to this before where we translated a story? Okay, so we can have a look. 100% success chance, because T is very clever. We help him translate the text. He gets his learning up by 2, and we gain 300 learning and lifestyle experience. That would be no bad thing. Plus, he is our medic. He is our court physician. So him having a little bit more learning is probably not a bad thing. Or we can buy it, but that doesn't really make any sense because we can get far more from that learning challenge. Or you can look to the scriptures for guidance and we get a bit of piety, but then he does lose opinion of us. No, let's do this. There is a 100% chance of success. It may lead down a path of cynicism. That's fine. I think for now, we'll try and hold off from other cynical things. Yeah, absolutely. Do that. So his learning goes up by 2, which is good. And we also have some tournament troubles as well. Okay, so Duchess Berger of Essex is here, and she's being an insufferable lout. Okay, right, so she's a similar... She's also, we're a duke, she's a duchess, so she's a similar sort of level to us. Her constant complaining is making everyone even more miserable than normal. Meanwhile, my daughter Cake is sitting under the pavilion, clearly bored halfway to death. So I can either chuck her into the horse trough, spend some time with Cake, and she becomes our best friend, or I could just lose 14 stress. I could just literally just strop off and lose 14 stress. I might do that. As lovely as it would be to become Cake's, best friends with Cake, we're already her friend. Let's lose 14 stress. Let's try and lose a little bit of stress. It'd be nice if we could get down under that level there, back down onto stress level 0. But that's going to take quite a lot of effort. Oh, that's quite good. We've gained living healthy for 5 years. So our spouse's good stewardship skill led to us living a little bit more healthily. So we get ourselves a medium health boost. That has got to be a very good thing. And the contract for one of our mercenary things has come to an end, which is absolutely fine. That is all good. We don't really need them right now. Our troops are looking pretty good. I mean, okay, the levies are down a tiny little bit, but it's looking quite nice. We can still get our hands on about 5,500 people. Okay, it's gone from bad news to good news. The following faction that targeted you has disbanded. So Earl Hrodbert of Huntingdonshire does no longer want to go onto the Cabordian throne. Why is that? What else has he just done? What has happened there? Has he changed somehow? He's on -32 still, but he just doesn't fancy taking control of the duchy anymore. He's kind of just got bored of that idea. Maybe he couldn't find support. maybe he didn't have enough people supporting that claim of his, so he just sort of gave up, which is, okay, that's fine. And a neighbouring ruler won their war. Your neighbour King Wisdene has won against your king, your liege King William, in the Scottish claim on the petty kingdom of Normandy. Oh, right, okay. So now there's a giant chunk of Scotland down here in what would normally be northern France. Okay, hang on, it was a war. Okay, so Scotland went to war with England for a great big bit of land on the north of France. Yep, okay, right, that's fine. That sounds completely normal. Okay, hang on. This is all going a little bit strange. So Earl Hrodbert, not that long ago, created a faction to install himself on the Cabourdian throne. So he wanted to take the Duchy of Cupboard away from us and give it to himself. He created a faction, and then as we just saw mere moments ago, he kind of gave up on that idea. He thought, no, okay, that was a silly idea. I give up on that. Faction disbanded. And now he's recreated it. He's recreated the faction to install himself on the Cabourdian throne. What is going on here? Are you okay? Do you need to talk to somebody? Or do you need a nice lie down or something? Maybe you need a cup of tea. Okay, there's only you in it. You're the only member in this faction. I mean, I know how that feels. I know how it feels to be one person in a faction when you book out the hall for the sort of monthly faction meeting and you're the only one that turns up. I've been there. I know it's a sad thing, but yeah, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this, you strange person? Do you know what? We've got 172 money. Why don't we send him a lovely gift? 100 gold. Only gets 19 opinion. Ooh, that's quite rubbish, isn't it? That is fabulously rubbish. Hang on. So our spouse is helping with manage domain. What if you just do assist ruler? That gives us 1 diplomacy, 3 stewardship. If we do that, can we still manage our holdings? Yes, just. So we're on a limit of holdings that we can manage because she's now no longer helping directly with the domain. She's just sort of helping overall. But now, if we go to this and send you a gift, and it goes up by 21. Oh dear. Yeah, okay, we'll do that. We'll try and bring that a little bit closer to a positive. So another 100 gold goes out. There you go. Have a great big pile of cash, you strange man. Oh, we should possibly look at this really, really right now because this is quite important. Yeah, I've kind of forgot to get most of the children married, which is generally a bad thing. Not so much for alliances. A lot of people in the comments are going, hey, you need to marry people off so you can get lots of alliances. Alliances are a little bit trickier these days. When Crusader Kings 3 first came out, alliances are quite good because if you declined to help your ally, you just lost some prestige. You said, yeah, there you go. You've lost an actual amount of prestige, I think it was. Whereas now, you lose fame. And depending on the ally, I suppose, and what they're asking you to do, you can lose quite a lot of fame. It can be many, many points of fame that you can lose, which, yeah, is quite hard to get back. We're currently getting 1.42 fame a month, sort of down here, so the prestige kind of equates to fame. So, yeah, if we were to, say, decline a war for our ally, and we lost 350 points of fame, that's quite a lot of prestige that we've got to get back to then, replace the fame that we've lost. That's quite a lot. So alliances are very good, but also, yeah, they're quite tricky. And yeah, if you get somebody, let's say if we ally with the Holy Roman Empire, they're probably going to get involved in lots and lots of fights. And then we're going to have to go, right, hang on a minute, we'll get our troops over, we'll help you. And if we decline, they're going to get really grumpy with us. So alliances are very, very good, but I think we have to be a bit more sort of selective about them. I don't just want to go, yeah, alliances with everybody. So who can get married? So who have we got? We've got Clementia, Sieghelm, Cake. Oh yeah, he's already done. Oh yeah, we'll come to him in a sec. So Cake and Biscuit. Yeah, so pretty much these ones here. So you, and you. And also Offer. Oh, our grandson. He can get married. Oh my goodness me. Hang on, where's he? He's 16. Our grandson is 16. And he is beautiful. He is quick. He has got a 3-star education trait in stewardship, which is pretty good. He's gregarious, brave, and cynical. His stats are very good. He has some very, very good stats. Now, what we could do with him, we could do with getting him married to somebody who has one of the kind of, the Amazonian traits. Because this is a kind of brainy trait that is quick. So, he's got a bit of extra brain power going on. This is a kind of physical appearance trait because he's beautiful. And then if we marry somebody with the Amazonian trait, that means that their children might have one of each of these traits. And there is an achievement for that. Now, we're playing not in what they call Iron Man mode. So yeah, we can't get achievements on this particular sort of game that we're playing on. But that would be quite good. if we could get a child that's got one of the intelligence traits, one of the kind of physical appearance traits, and one of the physical sort of strength traits, that would be very exciting indeed. Hang on, who can we marry you to? Let's have a little look. Let's just fiddle about with the filters. Okay, that's a bit of a shame. There are not really that many good people with the sort of Amazonian, Herculean trait type things, which is a bit of a shame. This person here has got it, but yeah, she's our niece, which is a little bit kind of weird. I don't think we should kind of go down that route, because that's just going to result in all sorts of strange complications going on. So, I mean, there are a few choices. I'm thinking this person here, they seem quite good. Iulia. So she is intelligent, which I believe means because he is quick, I think that means that the child will get intelligent or quick. I think they will absolutely get that because they're both kind of that way inclined. So that's quite good. And then she is calm, she is patient, she is compassionate, and she's a little bit paranoid. But yeah, that's okay. And her stats are quite good. They're okay. They're not brilliant. But yeah, we're not exactly spoiled for choice, really. We've not exactly got loads and loads of wonderful people. So, okay, we'll go for you. And you're only 14 as well. So you're not too far off in age from offer just there. So how about we have you helping out a little bit? Let's get you there. So it says inheritable traits. Okay. Yeah. Intelligent, quick, beautiful. Yeah, okay. I thought they were going to definitely get that, but no. Never mind. That's fine. Doesn't really matter. As long as you've got some good traits to pass down, the chance is that we will get those passed down. Yeah, there you go. Let's send that proposal. Let's get you two sort of betrothed for now. We can't get married because she's too young right now, but we'll do that. Okay. And now we need to go and sort out all the others. Right. Clementia, my goodness me. Right, okay. Sum of all skills. How old are you? You're 22. I kind of like the idea of going for people that have got good traits and good skills. You there, Demetrios. I mean, okay, we'll excuse the hat, Demetrios. We can replace that. We'll replace that very soon because you look a little bit like a garden gnome. But your stats are absolutely wonderful. Can you come over and join us, please? Because that would be absolutely brilliant. Yes, you go there. We'll have a matrilineal marriage, please. So, yeah, more children being born into House Cupboard. They might be pretty and they might be intelligent, which is wonderful. Okay, send that proposal. Okay, Sieghelm, what can we do with you, my good sir? There's quite a few good people. I think maybe top of the list just here. She is very, very good indeed. So she's a genius, which is always a good thing. He's got no kind of physical traits to pass on. I mean, also, he is a bit of a fornicator. He's been writing letters to the stork with many people all at the same time. It's a disgraceful letter-writing display. But yeah, she is vengeful, but also calm and gregarious. I like the way she's vengeful and calm. She just calmly sort of goes and wreaks vengeance upon people. But her stats are really good. Her stats are very, very good. And she's got that good trait. So let's go for that. So yes, please. You'll accept 114. That is absolutely wonderful. Okay, on to the next. So Cake. Okay, Cake. Who would you like to marry? Do we want to try and do a bit of an alliance thing here? Do we want to try and get at least one alliance? I mean, I'm not averse to getting us an alliance. That's a good thing. Let's reset that. And let's see if we can get alliances. And let's then order that by alliance power. Who is going to help? Right, the Byzantine Empire, they're really far away. And if they keep calling us for help, we'll spend all of our time wandering back and forth across the map. Prince Roger of England, that would be quite a nice thing. That would be quite a nice thing. But if we want to take the throne of England, if we want to actually start thinking about that at some point in the future, it's going to be very hard if we're married into it. Because we'll have an alliance with them, which means we can't attack them and all that kind of stuff. But then, yeah, also, hang on a minute. If we pick you and then put matrilineal, he's going to say, absolutely not. You can clear off with that idea. Okay, so back to alliance power. Who else can we get? That's our grandson. No, that's just weird. Oh, well, this is interesting. Prince Farquhar of Scotland. Okay, he's only 10 years old right now, so we need to wait a little while before he can then, get on with letter writing to the stork. But that's only 6 years. So she's only going to be around about 24 maths with pens, 24, 25-ish by the time all that sort of stuff goes on. So, okay, that could be interesting. Okay, Scotland, tell me about yourself. Okay, so you've got about 4,500 troops. The only thing is, are you going to keep fighting with England? You're always going to be fighting with England, aren't you? That's just a thing you do. Scotland and England often had a lot of wars. So I kind of think maybe if we're allied with them, they're going to say, can you come to our aid, friend of ours? and then we're just going to get beaten up by England because, we're surrounded by England. England surrounds us. They could just conjure up troops from anywhere and just come in and stamp on us. So I think that might be a bad idea. That might be a terrible idea. I don't think we should go for that right now. Do you know what? Let's go for somebody with really good stats. And I think maybe you there, Christophos Myron. You're arrogant, you're fickle, and you're ambitious. I mean, they're all kind of good things. It's all okay. But also, yes, you're hale. So you're fit and sound of body, little bit of a boost to prowess, and you are very good. You're very good at doing fighting. So we could get you on board. You could be quite good indeed. So, okay, right, so we'll get you matrilineal marriage. Yes, please, absolutely. You're absolutely fine with that. So, okay, we'll do that. And then is it just Biscuit? Is Biscuit the only one we need to sort out now? Okay, right, Biscuit, who would you like to get married to? The top option that comes up is our granddaughter. No, because that's just weird. Okay, how's about this person just here? This is Non, and I like the fact that she's just called Non. No surname, no anything else, just Non. So Non, you are fickle, you are temperate, you are paranoid, also you're quick, which is good because that can get passed down to the kids. You are a Catholic, which will help no end with the whole sort of, religion thing, and you are Welsh. So you are from a different culture, but it's not too far removed. It's not too far away from our own culture. Literally over the border, we'll find Welsh culture. So that's not too far removed. So I think we go for you. You've got some quite good stats as well. Your stats are okay. So let's get you here. So we'll marry you. And again, none of these are producing alliances, but they are going to get children with lots of lovely traits. And the stats are pretty good. So hopefully the children are going to be very good as well. So the next sort of generation of cupboard dynasty kids will hopefully have a lot of traits, and they'll also have some very good stats. Okay, this is a bit suspicious. So in amidst all of the sort of, the marriage acceptances that were popping up, we have this. Greetings, my liege. I hereby invite you to a feast at my court in Hurstingstone. It'll be a grand affair worthy of your honourable presence. You don't like us very much right now. You do not like us. Are you going to try and kill us at your party? Are you going to poison us or something like that? Okay, it will be my pleasure. If we say no, he's just going to get annoyed with us. And we don't want that to happen. So, okay, it will be my pleasure. Please don't try and kill me. That person says yes for the marriage thing. That person says yes. Okay, every guest is gathered in the hall. Okie dokie, right. This had better be worth my time. Come on, T. Come on, T. Have a slightly more positive attitude than that. Another marriage proposal. Okie dokie. Lots of marriage proposals happening. Sure, some people already got married, which is all sorts of wonderful. Okay. Feast at home. There's nothing like a feast. It reminds us all of what is good in life, and the company is not too bad either. At least those seated close to me seem to think so. You are something special, T. Reeve, Bjort Gifu. Who are you? Tells me. Who are you? You're good. Oh, you're good. Okay, right, yes. You're the daughter of Goodhart. Oh, you're our niece. Okay. Muriella and Wulfrun nod their heads in agreement. So you are... Who are you? You've got a stabby bloody knife kind of something. You're a murderer. Okay. Right. So I'm sat at a table next to a murderer at a party of a man who doesn't like me and wants to take my seat on a throne. Okay. I feel a little bit nervous right now. Don't really like the fact that you're there. Also, your spouse is dead. Oh, you are Goodhart's, widow now. Oh. Okay, yes, you're my sister-in-law. Okay, possibly should have read that bit first. Just got distracted by, the murdery dagger. Okay, and then Muriella and Wulfrun. Okay, you're our niece. Okay, I just do what feels right. I have no other option. So everyone's seated close to me gains 10 opinion, and we lose 27 stress. Oh, this is wonderful. We're going to go down. We're going to go down a stress level. Oh, that is wonderful. We're no longer as overwhelmed by stress until the next overwhelming, stressful thing happens. Feast mutual spirits. What started as an ordinary feast became an exceptional one, thanks to the presence of Wulfrun. We spoke all evening about all manner of subjects, and as things would have it, we seemed to have a lot in common. I had such a good time with her. Okay, so that's our niece. Okay, so we might become her friend, and she gets a bit more opinion of us, which is always a helpful thing. Oh, this is quite nice. Our excellently named wife, Duchess Svanhild, which is a great name, she wants to help us out with something. So she either wants to help us out with some studies or somebody else, or we can tell her to go and help herself. Okay, so if she helps us, we have a 17% chance of getting Mastermind Philosopher. That is... Oh, that's the top. That's our top level education trait for learning. Oh, that'll be quite good. Okay, what have we got now? We've got the third one, haven't we? So we get an extra 2 points of learning, or we could get studying learning, which is +3, but that's only for 10 years. But the trait there would stay forever. She could help Biscuit. She could help Seakelm. I'm not really bothered with her helping them out. Or we could tell her to go and focus on her own studies. So she could either get astute intellectual or studying learning. I would rather she helped herself, I suppose. I'm not really bothered about helping the two children there. I'm not too fussed. We've already got lots of learning. We've got a learning of 32. That's a very high number. So I don't know if we need any more. It would either go up to 34 or 35, which does seem a little bit kind of excessive when the rest of his stats are quite terrible. How about let's treat her. It's a very generous thing that she came to us to ask to do, and it's very, very kind. But do you know what? Focus on yourself. Absolutely. Go and do that. And she got the trait. Which is wonderful. And Earl Hrodbert has been swayed. He is now on a +17 opinion of us. Hang on a minute. How is the faction going? It's still just him on his own, which is all a bit sad. However, can we now, at long last, do this? All of our powerful vassals like us. I mean, only one is on the council. Can you lot just be better, please? But here we go. High Partition. 500 prestige. Can we do it? Oh my goodness me. Yeah, oh, hang on. We've not done it quite yet. I've got to sign more documents. I've got to fax them off before midnight. Okay, so direct vassal opinion goes up by 5 and the player heir opinion goes up by 15. Okay, what is it currently out of pure interest? Direct vassal +5, player heir +10, eligible child +5. Ah, okay, so the player heir gets +15 and the vassals get +5. But yeah, any other children who are eligible for sort of extra stuff, extra titles, whatever, they don't get anything, so they don't get any opinion anymore from High Partition. Do you know what? That's absolutely fine. I can cope with that. Let's pass the law, and boom. Okay, let's take a look at what happens now. So if we move time on, I imagine that will recalculate itself. Oh, that has made a huge difference. Okay, so the ones that went to the two youngest boys have now vanished. They're not going to get anything. Are you okay with that, you two? Are you a bit grumpy about that now? No, you're really not. You do not care. You could not care less. Okay, so now, when T dies, and it'll be a sad day, but when that happens, Ethelwyd will get the Duchy of Cupboard, Northamptonshire, Warwickshire, Leicestershire, and Nottinghamshire. Okay, so a big chunk of the East Midlands. Okay, and Seakelm gets the Duchy of T and the Earldom of Cumberland. Oh my goodness me. It took us a while, but we finally got High Partition sorted at long last. Oh yeah, I completely forgot we were at a party. I kind of thought we'd come home. We must have been at that party for a heck of a long time. We have been partying for a very, very long time indeed. Okay, what a feast. I remember the days spent in Earl Hrodbert's halls for a long time to come. Okay, right, so what do? We lose 74 stress because we are gluttonous. That is absolutely brilliant. And he gains 15 opinion of us. 15 opinion. We've already got +18. He's going to get even more opinion of us. This is very good. And our stress has just completely tumbled. And King William II is being attacked by Petty Queen Brendana. And yes, about this. Last time out, I got quite excited by the fact that we had ourselves a king. And I was all sorts of happy. And I was going, yay, we've got a king. It's wonderful. There he is, King Waltheof. But no, he's not a king. He's a petty king, which apparently is the equivalent of a duke. So he's not a king. I mean, okay, he's a duke, which is still a good thing. And I imagine if we look at that, he is the duke by marriage. Because we're the duke. The duke by marriage is King Waltheof there, Petty King Waltheof. The baron by marriage, I don't know who that is. I suppose we could try and go and find out, but I'm not that bothered. But yeah, so he's not actually a king. He's a petty king, which is all a little bit disappointing because I was very, very excited that we had a king in the Cupboard dynasty. But no, it was not to be. But thank you to the people in the comments who pointed that out because I completely misunderstood how all that kind of stuff worked. I just assumed petty king was just what they called them over here in Brittany. I wasn't really sure. However, what are you attacking? So the Breton War for the Petty King Waltheof's claim on the Earldom of Cumberland. Oh, hang on. No, Cumberland is ours. Cumberland is ours. However, we can't... I was going to say we'll try and help. I thought, yes, we'll go and help in that particular war. But we can't. we can't help in that war because that would mean we're attacking our ally, which I imagine we're not allowed to do. Oh, well, I hope England get to it and defend Cumberland then, because, it's kind of ours. We've not had it long. I would like to keep it for a little bit longer. It took us a heck of a lot of effort to get there. Don't let some people come in from over here and take it. Do you know what, though? Whilst we're on the topic of getting titles, I think we have a bit of a trick up our sleeve, don't we? Duke T has got himself a little bit of a thing that he can deploy that makes getting titles significantly easier than having to send out our bishop guy to go and fabricate the claim and all that kind of boring stuff. We can kind of just grab titles here and there and everywhere as we see fit because we unlocked a perk, didn't we? Where is the perk? That one. Sanctioned loopholes. We can use the buy claim interaction. So if we wanted to, say, buy a claim on, I don't know, Oxfordshire, how would this work? What do we do? Do we go to, is it diplomacy? Yes, buy claim. Pay piety to get a claim on one of Earl Ranulph's valid titles. So we spend 250 piety, which is fine. We've got 2,390 of them. We've got loads of piety. It's just in bags in a shed out the back. So we've got loads of that. So we then get an unpressed claim on the Earldom of Oxfordshire. We get a bit of stress because we're just. So we kind of think this is the wrong thing to be doing. And he loses 40 opinion of us. I'm not really that bothered. I don't really care overly. Okay, that's quite interesting. And then we can change. Okay, right. So we can't do that. So we can buy a claim on a county. Can we buy a claim on a... Can we buy a claim on a duchy? Can we buy a duchy claim? Yes, we can. Oh my goodness me. We can buy a claim on a duchy and get an unpressed claim on the Duchy of Essex. We gain the same amount of stress. And do you know what? That would not be so bad. They've got 2,273 troops. We've got 5,500. We could do that. We could absolutely do that. Okay, the Duchy of Daifur, as it is now, can we buy that claim? Yeah, that's 500. Now, which one is that? That is, yeah, that's kind of the whatever that is, northeast. Okay, so can we change that and go for other ones? The Duchy of, hang on a minute, can we move that out of the way? The Duchy of Redged is, which one is that one? Okay, that's the northwest. So Duchy of Redged is the northwest. Duchy of Daifur is the northeast. And then we've got the Duchy of Gwynedd, which is kind of north of Wales. And then the Duchy of Deheubarth, which is the really kind of always contested one on the south of Wales. I mean, we could go and get one of them. How is old Meredith? Yeah, he's got quite a lot of troops again now. He's got a lot of troops. Not so bothered about going to attack him right now. He's quite strong. But we could go forth and get ourselves Essex. We could get a claim on Essex and just go and grab it right now. This is very exciting. Hang on a minute. Buy a claim. Shall we just do it? We're going to gain 21 stress. We just lost an absolute pile of it at our party. Let's buy that claim. We spent 500 piety. We got an unpressed claim on the Duchy of Essex. We could just go and get an entire duchy. Oh my goodness me. That's crazy. All it costs is a bit of piety, which we've just been sat on for absolutely ages anyway. Oh, that is very good. Do you know what else is quite interesting? This duchy here. So I've put it onto the duchy view sort of mode. There's a duchy just here, which consists of these 4 counties. But the duchy does not exist. It's not created. I mean, I don't know how you say that. The Duchy of Huiche, I don't know how you say it, but whatever. That duchy name there with the begins with the H. That doesn't exist. If we were to control all 4 of those counties, we could create that duchy. We could conjure a duchy out of nowhere and have another duchy title, which would be very, very good as well. And yeah, this one here, does that exist? The Duchy of Wessex doesn't exist. The Duchy of Cornwall doesn't exist. The Duchy of Powys doesn't exist. Why are these duchies not existing? What's wrong with people? Why don't you want to make duchies? It makes you dukes. It means you can have really good hats. So now I'm really tempted to just get claims on those 4 counties just there. They're not owned by anybody else, are they? If we went to war, it would be a direct war. Yeah, it's directly against you. It's directly against the people who actually sort of run them. So it's not against our liege or anything strange like that. It's just directly against the people who run them. Okay, so the county holders. So we could do that. The only thing is, if we bought them all, if we bought all of those, we would have a little bit of a stressy moment. So that might be quite bad. But Essex is looking a little bit undefended. You have got an alliance in Kent and Maud of Wiltshire. Okay. I mean, how many troops can Maud send in? Oh, 1,000. Oh, okay. Right. I possibly shouldn't mock you. Sorry, Maud. And then Kent have got 1,732. Actually, yeah, they've got quite a few people. If they come in to help, I think maybe we go for this. Maybe we try and get these 4 counties under our control and then create a duchy over the top of them. That might be quite an exciting thing to do. Do you know what? We'll have a look at that, but we shall do all that kind of stuff next time out, because I think what we'll do is we'll finish up for the moment, but now we know we can just relatively straightforwardly buy claims. That is very interesting indeed. That is a very handy thing. I mean, okay, it stresses us out. People don't like it when we do it, and it does cost us a bit of piety. We can't do it forever and ever and ever, unless we go on pilgrimages and all that kind of stuff. But it is a thing we can do, and it's probably a very sensible approach to just try and get various bits of land under our control. Yeah, down here, I'm just thinking, it looks relatively easy pickings. I mean, you've got 358 soldiers. That's not very many. You've got 651. You've got 1,074. And if we take you out, then you will not be able to assist when we try and take Essex. And you've got 611. So these guys down here, absolutely ripe for the picking. Joe, what? Let's get you working on one of these. Let's fabricate a claim on, say, Oxfordshire, because it's next door to us. How long's that going to take? 19 months. Okay. And then, why don't we buy ourselves a claim on Gloucestershire? There we go. So this child is going to be not impressed by our actions. This 2-year-old is going to be very, very frowny at us. He's not going to like that at all. But okay, right. So buy a claim on Gloucestershire. Okay. This just seems a little bit simple. That just seems so straightforward. And if we... Hang on. So now if we declare war on you... So they've got an ally in those guys over there, which is not really anything that we should worry about. Yeah, who's their ally? They've got 338 people. Right, okay, fine. That's really easy. Oh no. No, we can't do this. No, we haven't got the hooks. Okay, completely forgot about the hook thing. Right, okay, that is a bit of a problem. We could do with a Liberty faction. There's one there. There's one in existence. Oh, it's the one I created. Oh, that's exciting. I completely forgot I created this. It's still there. The Liberty faction that's been hanging around for ages. I completely forgot. We stopped sending out the leaflets and the pamphlets and stuff in the post. I completely forgot that existed. Oh, it's here, and we still have a few people that are in that, but not very many, and we can't add people either. Okay, right. That is very interesting. Do you know what? We've got these claims. We've got a claim on this. We're trying to get a claim there. We've got a claim on Essex. What we'll do is, next time out, we'll try and sort out that the sort of Crown Authority level that's being imposed upon us by our liege. That needs to come down. And as soon as that comes down a level, we can just start going and grabbing places, which shall be very, very exciting indeed. Because, T knows that his time is running out. He knows that his years are indeed running a bit short. So yeah, if he can, leave a legacy of grabbing lots of territory, creating a duchy maybe, grabbing another one, if he can do all that, then yes, I think he will have been a very, very successful person. And, very much sort of in the shadow of his kind of father there, I think he would have stepped out of the shadow of his father, and he will have proved himself to be his own man. But we'll see if that happens next time out, because of course, yes, we need to sort out the issue of the Crown Authority, but we'll give it a go next time. Hopefully you are still enjoying this. If you are, please do leave a like. That would be most marvellous indeed. And if you're not already, then please do subscribe to keep up to date with how we get on here next time out in Crusader Kings 3. But for now, thank you very much for joining me in the Geek Cupboard, and I will see you next time. These people are eating the tables. They're just devouring the tables. They're so hungry. There's no atmosphere at all. Were you sat in the car park? Are you sure you came to the right place? Mein Knien staan in brand. If you want to order meatballs made of snails, you need to be really certain about this.